We are fighting for as long. Gotta keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. Keep on fighting for as long. Keep on fighting.
We have a brother who, when he is showing us, you and I, by way of his works and examples, how it is to exemplify the reality of God in your life, then again we see him in the community working. We see him doing things that helps to improve the lives of not just the believers in whom he has charged, but our brothers and sisters in the community, so that he can be a bearer of witness to the God in his life. Please, brothers and sisters, help me to bring to you today with a warm round of applause our student minister, our brother student minister Lee Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, man.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that regardless to land or language or people, there is but one God. We thank Allah for all of his prophets, all of his messengers, those who were sent to redeem humanity. I am forever thankful to Allah for his divine intervention in our affairs in the person of the great Mahdi, Master Fard Muhammad, who came to the shores of North America to teach and to save a people that were lost from their own. We thank that one for his divine choice of a divine leader, teacher, and guide, whom he would place on his shoulders a weighty word, and that man would faithfully take that word and lay the foundation of the nation of Islam. That man he chose as his messenger Messiah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
That's right.
A man greatly misunderstood because he was, in many cases, misrepresented.
Right.
And therefore we thank Almighty God Allah for blessing him with a help me, a man who would make his message so clear that even a fool would find it hard to answer.
That's right.
That man that I speak of is the valedictorian of the ministry class,
Yes, sir.
our champion of truth today, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
In their names, beloved, I greet you. In the greeting words of peace, once again, we say it in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa
Alaikum assalam, sir.
Today, brothers and sisters, we want to take up a subject There we go. We want to take up a subject today entitled God's Healing Power. And I want to take up this subject because there used to be a time, beloved, in the nation of Islam where people thought Muslims didn't die.
Come on.
In fact about it, so I'm told, that there was one man in the whole nation who was designated to travel around the nation and do funerals. Because you didn't need a whole bunch of people doing funerals. Because Master Fard Muhammad came, and the first thing he did was go to the medicine cabinet of the believers and begin to throw out all of the medicine that the doctors have prescribed. Because there was no, nor is there any cure in all of the bottles and all of the medicine that this world has to offer.
Come on, that's right. Look.
If you read the fine print of medicine will say this treats the symptoms,
Treats. Come on, listen to the words. Come on.
not cure,
Listen to the words. Come on.
not heal,
Right. Come on.
but treats the symptoms, only allowing you to reduce the symptoms so that your body can continue the work of actually healing itself. So, when you're congested, your lungs automatically, you don't have to think about it, your lungs produces a cough for you to expel what has entered into the lung that is foreign to the lungs.
Right. Right.
You cough. You don't like to cough. So you get a cough suppressant. So why do you want to suppress a natural reaction of the body to get rid of something that is foreign?
Think about that. Think about it, bro.
All you're doing is prolonging the sickness.
Come on, teach.
You get a fever. You don't like the fever. So you get a fever reducer. Right?
Yes, sir.
But when your body gets hot and you call it a fever, it is the body's way of destroying viruses in your body through the heat.
Come on.
But you don't like the heat. So you want to reduce the fever. Right?
Yes, sir.
You don't want the pain. But we did not want to practice the discipline of keeping ourselves healthy. So when we fall victim to negligence, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad called it,
That's right.
then we go to reach for the medicine, but we should be ashamed of ourselves for falling victim to negligence. We
That's
knew
right.
better.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I'm talking to those who have been taught better.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
If you haven't been taught better, you're going to be taught better today.
All right.
Right.
All
Come
right.
Y'all right?
Yes, sir.
God's healing power. There is no doctor of this world. There is no medicine offered in this world that can actually heal the human being. At best, they can facilitate the healing of the body. They can put a cast on your arm to facilitate the healing of a broken bone. But there is no healing in this world, and that's why a new world is coming. And there's a man who's coming who's going to usher in a new world, and that man is prophesied to say, predicted to say, I have come that ye may have life and have it more abundantly. He would not have to say that except that death was ruling the planet. So after Noah, the lifespan of the human being was reduced to 70. That's 70. A score is 20. So 60, and then it says and 10. That means for those who are lucky to make it past 60, you might make it to 70. But Elijah Muhammad taught us that we don't even start to learn how to live until we're 75.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
So before we even start figuring this whole thing out, we checking out.
That's right.
Right. Right. Look at that.
But why are we checking out early? Well, in the time of Noah, it said that every imagination of the people was continually to do evil. Before that, you had the old patriarchs who lived to be 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Methuselah nearly 1,000 years. Now that may seem like fantasy to you because you haven't seen it in your lifetime. Anybody to struggle past 100.
Good, right.
But those old patriarchs knew the law of life, walked with God, and knew how to regenerate life. And more importantly, they did not have a McDonald's.
Boy.
That's right.
Most important.
They did not eat themselves to death. Fasting was a way of life for them.
Wow.
They only ate when they got hungry and stopped when they got food. In the country, deep down in East Texas.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Even when you got full, your grandmama said you got to eat everything on your plate.
Right. They say.
Right.
Training us
Right.
to push beyond the limit of being full. What happens when you overfill the gas tank of your car? It overflows.
Right.
Gas everywhere.
Right.
That's why they have a click.
Yes.
Because you don't want to have excess. You can't put too much oil in there. You can't put too much gas in there. You can't put too much brake fluid in there. It has a certain amount that is required, and you cannot go over that. And so it is with our body. It was only designed to take in so much food at one time, but this world says eat, 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 at least 3 times a day, and have brunch somewhere in between there, and supper somewhere in between there. So sometimes we eating 3, 4, 5 times a day. And then they invent snacks.
Right. Yes, sir.
So you got brunch, supper, snacks. Right?
Yes,
At one time, there was no such thing as breakfast. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Colonel Kellogg created the cereal. And they said, well, when are we going to eat this thing you call cereal? Well, let's produce another time to do it. Let's call it breakfast or break fast. Meaning that the longest time that most people ever go without food, the most time that anybody ever fasts is while they're asleep.
That's right.
And then you wake up and you break the only fast you ever engaged in.
That's right.
And so bad, some of us dream about eating.
Man. Yes, sir.
So in our dreams, we break and fast.
Yes, sir.
This is the world we live in. So the Quran says, don't eat like the beast of the field.
Right.
The beast of the field eat whenever they see food. We're not beasts. We're human beings. We're made in the image and the likeness of God. We're not a glory of God. We are the glory of God.
That's right. Come on.
So if we are the glory of God and we want to sustain the life that he gave us, then we got to seek the guidance from Almighty God Allah himself.
That's right.
He is the healing power.
Right.
Yes.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now what is health? What is health? The state of being free from illness or injury. A person's mental, did y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or physical condition. The reason I quoted Genesis where it said that every imagination was continually to do evil is because real health begins in the mind. All disease has its origin in the psychic realm. When we think contrary to what is right, contrary to the law of God, then we set up an imbalance in the entire body.
Right.
Because the brain is like the engine of the body, and if the engine is not functioning properly, then the whole body begins to break down. So our mental health is the first place we got to start.
That's it. Yes, sir.
And right now, mental disorders and mental disease is at an all-time high because we don't know how to handle ourselves or behave ourselves or to act in a world that is crumbling all around us. So the pressure of a falling world, if we don't have the requisite knowledge to push up against the weight of a falling world, we'll be crushed by the world. So Elijah Muhammad taught us there are 14.7 pounds of atmospheric pressure on every square inch of the human body. And this is what keeps the gravitational force from crushing us, because we're pushing back with equal force. So if we are ignorant in a time like this and don't have the knowledge, then our mental illness and sickness will get worse and worse. So we have to start in the mind.
Yes, sir.
A state of health, physical state, physical health, physical shape, constitution, and form. From the old Germanic origin, related to whole. If we are not whole, we are not healthy.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So if you exercise every day, you go to the gym, you all buffed up, right? But stupid. Or you may be a genius. You may study all day, but you don't get any exercise. Then what good is all of your wisdom, all of the knowledge you accumulated? What good will that do with you dead in a grave?
That's right.
Whole, mind, body, soul. What if you exercise? What if you study, but you don't have a connection to God through prayer? Mind, body, soul makes a whole human being. And God came not for us to die. God came to make us whole again.
That's right. That's right.
All praise is due to Allah. Living in a world like this is very difficult to be whole.
That's right.
Because the world attracts us to do nothing. To be couch potatoes. Eating potatoes.
That's right.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to get out the potatoes. We live a sedentary lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
We used to walk everywhere in the country. Now we drive. Look, the store can be right around the corner. You get in your car, drive. Huh? You arguing over parking spots. You want the closest one to the store because you don't want to walk. So you getting shot over a parking spot that's closer to the door because you don't want to walk. You don't want no exercise. Sedentary lifestyle.
Go ahead.
And the body was made to move.
Right.
You and I come up from an earth that's constantly in motion.
That's right.
So even if you put filth in the waters of the ocean, because the earth is rotating and spinning, the movement of the water will purify the water as long as it's in motion.
Yes, sir.
Only when water becomes stagnant,
Go ahead.
only when it becomes stagnant, does debris and filth and mud and bugs and viruses makes a home in a stagnant pool of water.
Wow.
So no matter what your doctor tells you, you listen to him. Thank you very much. But I'm going to keep moving.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Yes, sir.
Keep the blood flowing so the body can purify itself. Never lay down and give up. I'm sick. Huh? And you invest in a little old bell to call everybody. Ding, 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 ding. I'm sick. Don't you know the moment you say, I'm sick, you feel worse? Don't you know that your mind has the power to heal your body?
That's
if
right.
you put the right thought in.
That's right.
If you don't say I'm sick, say I am healing.
Yes.
Because if you're coughing, if you're sneezing, if you got a fever, your body is fighting back. So don't say I'm sick, say I'm in the process of healing. And with that right thought, your body will obey your mind and you will begin to come back into health. Y'all all right?
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
good?
Yes, sir.
According to Wikipedia,
Very good.
Okay.
wicked people. Health, according to the World Health Organization, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Stop right there.
Okay.
You ain't coughing. You don't have a fever. You can't remember the last time you got sick. But if you're not a social being and you don't have social well-being, you are sick. And you are headed toward an early grave.
That's right. Yes, sir.
All of us come, I'm going to be so bold as to say this, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All of us come from a dysfunctional family.
Right.
Bad human relations
Yes.
can cause physical sickness.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
They call it toxic relationships. Anything that's toxic will equal death.
Come on.
So anytime somebody is stressing you out, huh? Cussing you out, fussing at you, yelling at you, beating on you, these are toxic relationships. Because a social being is somebody who is one who pushes society forward and does the best in the name of society. An antisocial person is not like an introvert.
Come on, come on.
Come on.
Now, let me be clear about
Don't
it.
be clear. Come on.
See, y'all think, some people think that an introvert is antisocial. That's not true.
That's true.
right.
That's true. That's right. Come on.
Okay?
Make it plain.
Introverts are very powerful people.
Come on.
I happen to be one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Extroverts are just, they're the life of the party. You know how it is. All right? But that's not an introvert is not an antisocial person. An antisocial person, the word anti means against.
Right.
You breaking it down.
So anybody that goes against societal norms, that which is considered right, that which is considered just,
Yes.
those who steal, those who kill, those who murder, those who rob, those are antisocial people.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And Paul said the wages of sin is death. So antisocial people who engage in sinful acts are headed toward an early grave.
That's right.
Either you're going to kill yourself or you're going to get killed.
That's right.
Breaking up in somebody's house. Y'all right? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
So family relations. Now I was listening to the Honorable Ms. Louis Farrakhan just the other day. He said, did you know that assumptions can make you sick?
You said that. You said it.
Assumption.
Come on. Come on now.
Man, don't nobody like me. That's an assumption.
That's what it is.
Assumption could be true or it could be false. They might not like you. But then the question is, why? You never smile. You always closed up. You always got something negative to say, right? Maybe you just need to change that. And even if you change that and nobody likes you, so what?
Right.
The question is, do you have a relationship with the God who created you? Because the God who created you loves you more than you love yourself.
That's right. That's right.
That's the only person you need to be trying to appeal to anyway.
That's right.
Y'all right?
Yes,
So
sir.
he said when we make an assumption and we think on that assumption and we move out on that assumption, we can actually make ourselves sick with the wrong assumption.
That's right. That's true.
Have you ever been driving down the street and you got mad at somebody for something they did last week? They just come up in your mind. You getting angry all over again because you replaying the whole scene in your head again.
Yeah.
And you're going through all the emotions again. And this person ain't even thinking about you.
You thought about it.
If you can't pull over at that moment, pick up a phone and call that person and say, we need to atone, then you need to stop thinking about that.
Come on. That's right.
Because you ain't hurting nobody but yourself.
That's it.
your blood pressure going up, your stress level going up, heart disease, because you thinking about something that ain't even worth thinking about. Y'all right?
Yes, sir.
Human relations can cause disease and sickness.
That's right.
A variety of definitions have been used for different purposes over time. Health can be promoted by encouraging healthful activities, such as regular physical exercise and adequate sleep. Stop right there.
Okay. Stop. Come on, doctor.
Stop right there. Regular exercise. Brothers, sisters,
Yes, sir.
making salat don't count. Washing dishes, vacuuming does not count as exercise.
That's right.
That's what you should normally do in a normal day.
Yes.
Exercise is going outside the realm of usual physical activity to build up muscle and endurance and flexibility so that in the time that you really need your muscles, you call on your muscles and they will respond.
That's right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
If you get into a fight, you can call on Allah, but you got to give Allah something to work with.
You on it.
Adequate sleep, not oversleeping. Okay? Not oversleeping. Huh? You at the job talking about I rested my eye.
They won't nowhere.
Wake up. If you're not so stressed out and you're living the life, you wouldn't need that much sleep anyway.
In the first place.
See, the reason the body needs sleep is because of the natural stress throughout the day. Mental and physical, and the body just needs to shut down and repair itself. All right? So we fall asleep, we give the body time to replenish and repair itself. That's adequate sleep. Too much sleep is not good. Okay? You don't want to spend most of your life sleeping.
That's right.
Okay? Because the book of Proverbs says sleep is the mother of poverty. Okay? And so it's so bad, we fall asleep watching TV. Or should I say, we fall asleep with the TV watching us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, a sedentary lifestyle. And then the diet of America is called the SAD diet. SAD diet.
Wow.
The standard, that's an acronym by the way.
Right.
SAD. The standard American diet is sad.
And that's true. That is true.
It's just sad.
Right.
In America, wine and beer is a part of your meal.
Yep.
That's sad. Greasy fried food is a part of your meal. And I keep saying this until we get it.
Right.
But the body was not made to digest grease.
Right.
So the grease just sticks inside of your stomach or gets inside of your arteries and clogs up your arteries, clogs up your system, turning into hard rock. And then we die from heart disease. We die from too much grease because we love fried everything. Fried French fries. Fried French fries. But we were not made to digest that. And so, when we misuse the body, then the body has to keep going to sleep and repairing itself because we don't have the energy necessary to keep moving. We should only eat enough to nourish the body to accomplish the day's work. Not so much that at the end of the day, we crash and can't wake up in the morning. Because you know back in the country, I keep talking about the country.
No, I'm talking about the country.
Down in the country. You know black folks that ate bad when everybody eat and everybody go to sleep.
It's true now.
Right?
That's right.
Well, that's the natural response of an overdose.
Come on.
Who you teaching?
Natural response. You overdose. You pass out.
Wow.
That's why they have an FDA. Food and Drug Administration.
Jeez, come on.
So somebody has to administrate
Yeah.
the food that contains the drugs. See, a cow is not a cow today. A cow has been pumped up with steroids.
Yes.
Right.
Or as my man KRS-One used to say, 21 different drugs are pumped into the cow in one big lump. Then he said you should read the book, How to Eat to Live,
Yeah.
by Elijah Muhammad. It's a brown paperback. All praise be to Allah. Yeah, that's Reverend KRS right there. All right. But it's a drug. They put drugs in food. Drugs to make the chickens grow faster.
Yeah. That's right.
Right.
I learned
What you learn?
that chickens can only lay eggs in the daytime. So they keep the chicken under artificial light,
Wow.
making them think it's daytime. And the chickens are stressed out trying to reproduce eggs. And then you take a stressed out chicken who has the adrenaline of stress flowing all through his blood,
Yeah.
all through his veins, all through the meat. And we take a stressed out chicken, fry it up, eat it, and wonder why we stressed out
Stressed
ourselves.
out. My Lord. Teaching now.
Because we are what we eat.
That's right.
And we are what we think. And unless you have the right thought
Come
and
on.
the right food, you can never be made whole again. So we thank Allah
Thank God. Yes.
for giving us the right thoughts to think
Yes.
and teaching us what to eat. Let's go on.
Okay, so.
And by reducing or avoiding unhelpful activities or situations, such as smoking or excessive stress. And I just want to add illicit sex. Sex can get you killed today. All right? Now they got monkeypox. Now you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all, and they say monkeypox is amongst homosexual men, mainly white. But you know what? Historically, diseases that started out in the white community, once they found their way to the black community, we seem to be hit by it harder than anybody else. Why is that?
Peculiar, ain't it? Come on now.
You said AIDS started in San Francisco among some gay white men. Now 70% of all new AIDS cases is a black woman.
Yes, sir. Come on. Think
You say
about it.
COVID started in the white community, then it hit the black community, and we died from it more than anybody else? Because our bodies have already been beat down and destroyed through greasy food and sugary food and
Right.
stress. So when disease comes, we can't fight it back.
Yep.
And we run it from the sun that has the necessary vitamins to fight disease. So we want to look like white folk. I don't want to get too black.
Come on now.
See, we got a mental illness.
Mental illness.
And from that mental illness comes a physical death and then an untimely physical death.
My Lord.
We're sick.
Yes.
Get some sun, man.
Yes. Yes.
Baby, come on.
Now I'm about to go into some dangerous territory.
Okay.
But stop getting tattoos.
Please.
I mean, it's just a style now.
It's everywhere.
I mean, I see brothers walk around, they don't even need a t-shirt. They just walk around with no shirt because they tattoos is their shirt.
Here's the shirt. My Lord. That's
And you don't know who blood they got on the needle that they putting inside of you.
Right.
You don't know what the ink is doing once it gets into your bloodstream.
Do not.
Huh? I was watching Everybody Hates Chris one day for strictly educational purposes.
We understand.
And they had a comedian, he's an African brother, he's a comedian, right? He was telling Cruz, the daddy, on the show, he was trying to get this tattoo. He said, what you need a tattoo for? You black? You black? And they were saying it like a joke, but the truth of the matter is, you don't need no color. You already got color.
Right.
White people start putting tattoos on them because they don't have no color. See? And then we quick to imitate them, so now we want a tattoo. And the Bible clearly says,
What it say?
in the book of Leviticus, God told Moses to tell his people, don't get tattooed. Don't put graffiti on the temple of God. You wouldn't put it on your house? Huh? Somebody put some graffiti on your house, you ready to kill somebody. And you put graffiti on your own body and you think it's all right. Okay, I'm going to stop. Because some of y'all got some tattoos. Okay. I'm talking after knowledge, okay? After knowledge.
Yes, sir.
After knowledge.
Yes, sir.
And by reducing and avoiding unhelpful activities or situations such as smoking or excessive stress. Some factors affecting health are due to individual choices, such as whether to engage in high-risk behavior, while others are due to structural causes, such as whether the society is arranged in a way that makes it easier or harder for people to get necessary health care services. Still, other factors are beyond both individual and group choices, such as genetic disorders. Now, beloved, the Bible says that we all become new creatures in Christ. So don't say, if you have a history of heart disease in your family, don't just assume you're going to automatically have heart disease yourself.
Right. Come on now.
We have the knowledge from God himself on how to break generational curses.
Yes, we do.
You understand?
Yes.
Well, we don't have to keep eating the same food that killed Big Mama.
Come on.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, Lord.
You bury Big Mama, you have a repast, and you eat the same food that killed Big Mama.
Right.
Because it's family tradition.
Right.
No, if you're a new creature in Christ, that means God comes to give you a new thought. God comes to teach you how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat it.
Yes.
And you can actually become a new creature, and you don't have to die from diabetes, high blood pressure, or stroke, because you have been made new all over
That's
again.
right. That's right.
Now, when we start talking about, what foods to eat and what foods not to eat, and I start talking about white powder donuts, and y'all get upset. But last time I checked, I ain't never seen a white powder donut tree. I ain't never seen a Laffy Taffy tree. A now and later tree. Which means these are not natural foods.
Yeah.
It's junk food. And white people labeled it junk food because there's no such thing as junk food. Either it's food, beloved, or it's junk. And then when we start talking like this, you say, we say stop smoking, stop drinking, stop eating greasy food, stop eating bad food. You say, you gotta die from something.
That's what we say.
Who said that?
Well, yes, you do have to die from something. And you will, in fact, die.
Right.
But why would you want to spend the last 10 years of your life walking around with an oxygen tank?
Come on.
Or a hole in your throat?
Right.
Because you just smoked out and burnt out your throat through nicotine and tobacco, burnt out your throat. You need a little machine just so you can say, Assalamu alaikum.
That's right. That's right. That's the reality of it now.
No.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, brother, peace be unto you. But you should have practiced peace with yourself first.
Right. Come on.
I don't want to go out like that.
Come on.
See, the righteous, according to both Bible and Quran, they die in peace.
That's right. That's right.
They just lay down and give up the ghost.
That's it.
Give it up.
Because if they lived a righteous life, when they breathe their last, they breathe their last in submission. So we say our prayer, our sacrifice, our life, and our death is all for Allah. Allah takes his servants peacefully. When they least expect it or when they're asleep, he takes them.
Yes. Yes. Come on now.
So, beloved, can we move on?
Yes, please.
Sir. Come on.
All right, Holy Quran. This is entitled the poets.
Come on.
This is my favorite verse because I used to say this all through COVID, through the COVID pandemic.
Yeah.
Now it's an endemic or whatever they want to call it now. But when people get sick, I would call people and I would remind them of this verse. And when I'm sick, he heals me. Allah. Any type of medicine you take only facilitates the healing process. But ultimately, the root of Allah is in every cell of your body.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Your very DNA makeup contains the essence of God.
Yes.
And in that essence, God has a healing process by which he brings the body back into wholeness or wellness again. So Allah, one of his attributes is Al-Shafi, the healer. The healer. The Quran itself is called Al-Shifa, which means that which heals. Now, how does the Quran heal us?
Come on.
See? When you're sick, beloved, don't binge on Netflix. Well, I'm sick, I can't go to work, let me see what's on Netflix. No, when you're sick, you need to feed on good thoughts.
Yes. Yes.
And there's no better way of thinking than the message you find written in the Holy Quran.
That's true. That's right.
So just by reading the Quran and feeding on the words of the Quran and elevating your thinking, it can bring about a healing in the body. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Normally, Elijah Muhammad told Minister Farrakhan one day, he said, brother, as it takes light 8 minutes and 20 seconds for that from the sun to reach the earth, when you put the right thought in a person's mind, it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the blood to flow from the crown of your head to your feet and back up again.
Yes.
He said, if you go into a hospital and tell somebody you look bad, in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, they'll feel worse. But if you go with a prayer and the right thought, in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, they will feel better. So feed on the right thoughts. The Quran is a healer. And you know what? Master Fard Muhammad was a walking Quran. Elijah Muhammad was a walking Quran.
Yes.
The Honorable Minister Farrakhan is a walking Quran.
That's right.
So if you can't read the Quran, throw on some Farrakhan.
Come on.
You'll feel better.
That's right.
Surah 10 verse 57 says, O men, there has come to you indeed an admonition from your Lord and a healing for that, for what is in the breast, meaning the heart, and a guidance and a mercy for the believers. There's a healing to heal what's in the heart. So healing begins in the what? In the mind, in the heart, the essence of the human being. Lord have mercy.
Go ahead.
So once we get the heart right, the body will follow.
Yes.
Then it says in the Bible, 3 John 1 and 2, John says this to his beloved community, beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prospers.
Wow.
When Minister Farrakhan writes a letter, he always opens up with, may this correspondence find you in the best of health and spirit.
Right.
Because if you're not in the best spirit,
Come on.
yet you got health,
Come on.
you ain't right.
You ain't right now.
If you got health,
Yep.
wrong spirit, you ain't right.
You ain't right.
They go hand in hand.
Come on, you teaching.
Yeah.
If you want the right health, you need to have the right spirit.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
If you want the right spirit, you got to eat the right food.
Right.
Do it.
Yes, sir.
Because Jesus said you can't put new wine in an old wine skin. So that means you can't put new wisdom in an old breaking down body. You need to build a body up and then allow the Spirit of God to come into a clean house.
That's right. Come on now.
Y'all with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I mean, the Spirit of God is struggling in some of our houses.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. Will you clean up? I can't even function properly. The brain can't even think properly because we're not focusing on our health. So, he's saying, may you prosper in all things in health as your soul prospers. So we can't be so spiritual that we neglect our physical health.
Right, put it in perspective now.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I mean, the old disciples walked, man. Master Father Muhammad said the best exercise is walking.
That's what he said.
Huh? He didn't say go into a gym and just traumatize your body. I mean, we just be traumatized. We know we can't live 400 pounds. And we just traumatized by like, you can look at our face. Why you doing that to yourself? Start off small.
Come on now.
Work your way up.
Leave yourself alone.
Some of us, I need to exercise. And we go into the gym and we put in a good 1-2 hours.
Yeah.
3 days later, we so sore we never go back for another 60 days. Just walk, man. Just start by walking. 20, 30 minutes a day. Mr. Farkas said he would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, read Quran, read Bible, study his lessons, and then he would get some exercise in. And by the time everybody else wakes up, he already ready to go. Now he going into meeting, right? Now, you can't wake up at 8 o'clock.
Come on.
Because I know how we are.
How we
Okay, I got to be at work at 8, so I got to wake up at 7:30. My clothes is already there. Brush my teeth, put my clothes on. I can make it there and be right on time because we don't want to be too early. God forbid.
No.
But if you would just set your alarm clock 30 minutes earlier and go walk around the block, you will feel better. It will increase your metabolism.
Yep.
See, because you can get fat eating 1 meal a day. Okay, okay, good.
Come on.
Well, you got to say it now. Go on, say it.
All right. Before I go into this dangerous territory, I just want y'all to know I love you. I love you. I love you. But we got to get rid of some extra baggage. The body was not made to carry extra baggage.
It wasn't.
Wake up, get some exercise in the morning. So that all throughout the day, your metabolism will be up and you will naturally burn fat. Y'all right?
Yes, sir.
Get it in. You wake up early for everything else, it won't, trust me, it won't kill you. All right, y'all mad at me. All right. Surah 95, verse 4. Now look at this short little verse. Certainly, we created man in the best make. Some translations say the best form. This human body is the best form of any creature anywhere in the universe. This machine called body is the most magnificent machine anywhere to be found. That can repair itself. Do you know if you get a scar, your body immediately begins to bring the skin back together and try to get the skin back as close as it can to its original form? And you don't even have to think about that? The body is a thinking, moving, living organism. Every cell, every atom is intelligent.
Yes.
Every cell can think.
That's right.
So when a disease comes in, you're not even thinking about it, but the body reacts and goes after that virus and attacks it, and you going on about your business, right? You don't care. But the body is a magnificent structure.
Yes.
It's the best form.
Yes.
Paul called it the temple of God. Do you not know that you are the temple of God in which the Spirit of God dwells? The best form. This form is the best form to house the Spirit of God.
Yes. That's right.
But the Spirit of God is so powerful that it wears this body down over time. At a certain point, gravity gonna take over, brothers and sisters. Did y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, and the 6-pack that you used to have would turn into a 1-pack.
Okay.
Just 1 pack. You walk around like you're 7 months pregnant. Okay, sister's looking at me like, don't go there, brother. But gravity, things that used to be up, they go down. So we have to fight against gravity. What I said I'm wrong. Yeah, we gotta fight against gravity, man.
That's right.
You gotta exercise. Don't just let gravity take over. You start sagging and. But this is the best moment.
Yes, sir.
So the same way we respect a magnificent structure like a church or a mosque or a cathedral, why don't we have the same respect to the real temple of God?
Think about that. Yes.
Why don't we clean this house up so that the Spirit of God can dwell in it freely and flow? All right? Now, next, I want to show you, I got a little diagram right here.
Okay.
This is called the leading causes of death in perspective. In perspective. What time is it? Okay. I'm almost done.
Okay.
The big yellow one is what we are dying from most of all. The Bible says that in the last days, men's hearts will fail them
Right.
for the fear of what they see coming.
Yes.
And the number 1 disease is heart disease
That's right. That's right.
and circulatory disorders. Next is cancer. Okay? Now, Elijah Muhammad told us in 1965 in Message to the Black Man, don't be in front of no TV all day because there's x-rays coming out of the TV. And you sit your little children right up in front of the TV. And the cancerous radiation is going out of the TV. Now we got cell phone. Can't live without them. Sleep with them like they puppies.
Right.
Wake up in the morning. Where my phone at?
Going through a panic.
See, you gotta, slow it down a little bit. You don't need it all the time.
That's true.
The white man will make you think you need it all the time.
Right.
But that's radiation. So cancer. And then the drugs that they put in food, cancerous. Respiratory disorders. The next one is this, you know what? Oh, yeah, you see that right there? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, you probably can't see it right there. All right, so yeah, we right here on nervous disorders on the bottom. And then you got digestive disorders. Then you got kidney disorders, infections, non-transport accidents, diabetes, musculoskeletal disorders, suicide. Now that's fast going up right there. Transport accidents, mental and health disorders, undetermined events, murder, medical complications, pregnancy and birth, war, and then you see this little tiny one on the top that you can hardly see. Y'all in the back right there? Everybody in the back, y'all can hardly see that one on top right there? Yeah, what is it? Terrorism. So terrorism compared to heart disease, it's very unlikely anybody in this room gonna die from a terroristic act.
Right.
Unless you go to McDonald's. Because McDonald's is the number 1 terrorist in the black community. I name it Chick-fil-A, Jack in the Box, the Panda, terrorizing the black neighborhood. Because we die more from heart disease from eating the wrong food than some 2-bit terrorist trying to blow up something.
Right. Come on now.
Stop blowing up your stomach.
Real tough.
Y'all sit. Okay.
You teach it,
brother.
God's healing power, man.
Yes.
He can heal us.
Yes.
But it's something that we got to do to maintain the health that he blesses us with.
That's right. That's right. Make that plain.
You know, this is a covenant he entered into.
Yes.
I can heal you, but if I heal you and you keep, look, it's like, man, I got a brother, right?
Right.
I say, man, look here. I say, if you ever need a kidney, I got you. But you better take care of my kidney. You hear me? Don't just mess yours up and take mine, then mess mine up too.
Right, right. That ain't right.
That ain't right. That just ain't right. So you got to take care of this thing called body. Okay? We put the best gas in our car. Well, some of us. Some of us.
Yeah.
Some of us ignore that premium only sign. Right? We got a car. Right? When your check engine light comes on, I'm not going to tell you what you do. I'm going to tell you what you should do.
Okay.
Because what you do is you wait until it's time for inspection and see if somebody can just turn it off.
What should you do?
That's what you do. I'm going to tell you what you should do. If the check engine light comes on, you should take it to a shop, put it up on a diagnostic machine, and find out what the problem is. Because if you don't handle it, it's only going to get worse.
Right.
That's right.
And but you said, long as it's driving, I'm good. You can't do your body like that.
That's right.
Every time you get a twitch, some type of pain, your body is communicating something to you. It's trying to tell you something. It has an internal diagnostic machine that's telling you something is wrong. You either need to sit down, get some rest, get some exercise, go to the doctor, do something, but don't ignore your body.
Right. That's right.
It's intelligent.
Yes.
Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
So, let's go to the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
He says, our illnesses are due directly to our rebellion against divine will and law. Sickness is not natural. Health is natural. Can anybody tell me what dying from a natural cause is in this world? In this world. What is dying from he died from a natural cause. High blood pressure ain't no natural cause. Diabetes ain't no natural cause. None of these things are natural. What's natural is health. Okay? What's natural is your body just can't take holding the Spirit of God any longer, so it gives up the ghost. Or spirit, I should say. So he says, when we are sick, something is wrong with the way we think and live and what we eat and drink.
Yeah.
Eat and drink. Okay? Do you know how many tablespoons of sugar is in the average can of soda? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that some people don't drink a lot of soda water, and intelligent people don't drink soda water at all.
That's right.
Because what is that? See, the average can of Coca-Cola contains 16 tablespoons of sugar. Straight up sugar. Because if it were not for the sugar, it wouldn't even taste good. You can clean your car battery off with some Coca-Cola. With all that acid. True story. So they had to pump up the sugar in there, right? They give you Gatorade, right? Gatorade is to take the place of water. There's 4 different types of sugar in Gatorade. Y'all hear me?
Yes,
sir.
Okay, let me say something about white sugar. Say something about white sugar. Or as my brother Nuri would say, just stay away from everything white and you'll be all right. Okay? White bread, white sugar, white rice, white women, and white men.
That's right. That's right.
But white sugar is not natural because I've never seen a white sugar cane. The white sugar is stripped and crystallized and is actually a drug.
That's right.
It's the #1 drug in America. It's easier to get off of crack than sugar.
That's right. That's right. Now.
Huh? They did a test with some white rats. I don't know why they always white, but white rat. Look, they had some actual cocaine, right? And some actual sugar. They got them on the cocaine first, introduced them to the sugar, and then when he put them back in there, guess what they preferred over the cocaine? The sugar. Because the sugar at least was sweeter,
Right.
but it has the same effect. It lifts you up, drops you down.
Yeah.
See? So the sugar, the white bread, all of these things are processed food. All of these things are put in the laboratory and then we put it in our mouth. The drinks, we gotta be careful what we drink. Okay? When I was growing up, we had Kool-Aid, Brother Ron.
Sir.
Remember Kool-Aid? And we had this little pitcher, about 12 inches. And we put, in half of that pitcher was white sugar.
Half.
Okay, y'all don't want to bear with me.
Yes, sir.
Half of it was white sugar. Then we put the Kool-Aid in there. Then we poured the water on top of that.
That's right.
And you wonder why we got attention deficit disorder.
Right.
Turn. Now, beloved, he says, everybody all right? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us that Allah has always intended long life for the righteous. He said there's no set time for the righteous to die.
That's what he said.
The righteous choose when they want to die.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes,
Because
sir.
they're living right. He said you never hear anything in the scripture about a prophet of God walking down the street one day and an accident occurred. See, because this is people's argument. Well, what if you eat right, you know, and then you get hit by a bus?
Ain't that something? And we happen to the right.
All accidents, listen to me carefully. All accidents are a manifestation of thought.
Right.
Two thoughts converge at a certain point. They both bad, accident. Y'all hear me?
Yes,
I don't care what it is. If you cut your hand with some scissors, okay, you got, hey man, what am I thinking here? Huh? Because most of the accidents I had, I was thinking bad when it happened. Okay, confession is good for the soul. Okay? But you don't hear nothing about that with the prophets of God. Right? Because their mind was always on God and God put a protective ring around them.
Yes, yes.
That's why Elijah Muhammad said you can eat one meal a day, fast 7 days a week, but if you don't think the right thoughts, you still won't get the right results.
That's right. Come on, make it plain.
Next, y'all right? Let's move quickly now. He says the human being has to keep in a certain way in order to be worthy to hold the spirit of life. This finely tuned, magnificent creation is its own hospital. See? The word hospital comes from the word hospitable. And the hospitable hospitals are anything but hospitable.
True.
Y'all understand?
True.
I hate going to the hospital.
Ooh.
I only go when I have to. And when anybody gets in there, I tell them, get out there as quick as you can.
Quick.
Y'all remember these commercials called the Roach Motel? They check in, but they don't check out.
Yeah.
Huh? Medical malpractice. Huh? They just experimenting on you. They call it practicing medicine because you're like a little guinea pig and they really don't have an answer. Man, please. So this body is its own hospital. And it says, we can cure this body of ills that it has if the person inside the body knows how to connect with the powerful being that created it and then make up his or her mind to live in accord with the law of life that sustains it.
Yes, sir.
So, beloved, if you inhabit your body and your body is the temple, the question is, does the inhabitant desire to live?
That's the question.
If you want to live in a clean physical house, don't you want to live in a clean body that is your house? The house by which you move and function in a world? This is how you transport yourself through a physical world, through the human body. But you're more than your body.
Yes.
You inhabit your body.
Yes.
That's why you use the personal pronoun to describe every part of your body. My fingers, my toes,
Yeah.
my nose.
Come on.
Huh? You instinctively say that. But who is that inside the body that's looking through your eyes?
Think about it.
It's the essence of God.
Yes.
That's right.
You get it now.
The essence of God.
Yeah.
God has his being in you and I.
That's right.
And he gave us this gift called life. He gave us a gift called a body. And we have to take care of the gift that God blessed us with.
Yes.
To hold on to it as long as we can. Don't run it down. I'm scared to go to class reunion. Because I see pictures and get scared. I really do. Oh, have mercy. And then, the last time they had this long list of all of the classmates, this was like 5 years ago. And they had this long list of all of the classmates who are no longer with us. You look at the pictures, man, maybe I should go and start, just get on the podium and start teaching on how to eat to live. Maybe I should do that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hold on to the last little bit of life you got. Extend your days at least another 10 or 20 years.
Yes.
Praise be to Allah.
Yes.
So next, this is my last slide here for the minister anyway. Well, I got two more. Y'all don't mind if I
Don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Teach.
Beloved, when you are disconnected from faith in Allah, you are forced to rely on your own limited knowledge to sustain you in a world you really know very little of. No wonder we are sick, diseased, and covered with death. There is no healing outside of Allah God. He is the healer. Doctors do not heal. Nurses do not cure. The only healer is the Creator himself. And when you do not have a connection to the Creator, more than half of your power is gone. You hear me?
Yes.
sir.
Faith. See? So if you pray, you got to have faith in what you're praying for. You have to have a connection with that God, man. So the first thing that we have to do to have health is we got to build the bond of our relationship with Almighty God Allah, that if we fall into illness, we got faith that it is He who heals me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
We got more faith in a pill today than we have in the Creator who created this body. You might well bow down to the aspirin,
My Lord.
the Tylenol. Huh? Just bow down. You got more faith than that. Please. I got to be on my last leg.
Ooh.
You hear me? Other than that, I let the body just do its work and I'm good. Some of y'all mad because I'm talking about your God.
No.
Huh?
You teach him.
He says, righteous people put their trust in Allah,
Yes.
God, and are already on the path to victory over disease. If we have faith in Allah, God, and also know how to eat, to live, and how to think right, there is nothing of disease that we cannot overcome. Now, how do I know Farrakhan knows what he's talking about?
How you know?
Because he's still here.
Come on now. That's right.
You hear me? Now, look, the enemy has tried to kill this man 3 times over.
Ooh, come on.
But his faith in Allah,
Yes.
his connection with God, he's been brought to death's door 3 times, and Allah brought him back because of his faith in that God. You gotta have faith, man. You gotta have a connection. And so this man is a walking miracle,
Yes.
despite the enemy trying to take him out.
That's right.
That's right.
And so I close in the book of Jeremiah. It says, is there no balm in Gilead? That means medicine, man.
That's what it means. That's what mom
Huh?
is.
Okay, here's my Stop 6 translation.
Okay.
Is there no medicine in Stop 6? Huh? Is there no medicine in Funky Town Fort Worth? Huh? I mean, we sick, right? We sick mentally. We sick physically, right? I mean, we got diabetes in the black community, and we just accepted it like it's our own.
We did, didn't we?
Like it's just normal.
Yes.
And we use the personal pronoun. Well, you know, my diabetes.
My Lord. You teaching now.
I got to deal with my high blood pressure. You just take possession of the disease.
Right.
Just get all friendly with it.
Yeah.
Huh? See, the moment you accept that, my cancer. The moment you accept that, you're hurtling, spiraling down to death's door. I wouldn't even accept it.
I wouldn't.
See, doctors don't have the last word in my life.
Come on now.
See, the Quran says, have you seen those who take their doctors and their lawyers and their monks besides God?
Come on.
Now, I go to the doctor, sure.
Yeah.
I remember when I turned 40, so many years ago. And I went and got a yearly checkup. The doctor came in there, this is a true story. Doctor came in there, black doctor too. Well, congratulations, Mr. Muhammad. You got a clean bill of health. 40 years old, clean bill of health. That man pulled out some books, sat next to me,
Yeah.
opened up the book, and began to tell me how much calories I had to eat at breakfast. And then he said, well, you got to eat so many calories right here for lunch. And then when you get to dinner, you got all these calories you got to eat for dinner. I say, Doc, hold up. I said, now you just walked here and said, I got a clean bill of health. Now you're trying to kill me?
Right.
I can't eat all of that food. And just so you'll know, doctors don't outlive their patients.
They don't. Come on now.
So Elijah Muhammad said, when your doctor tells you you need to eat 3 meals a day, you just smile at them and keep eating one because they don't know what they're talking about.
That's
If
right.
they did, they would live longer than their patients.
That's right.
And most of them doctors are taking themselves out from drinking and smoking and taking drugs because of the guilt that they feel because they know they don't have a cure
Lord,
for their people.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's why they dying.
That's what happened.
Is there no bomb in Fort Worth? Gilead. Is there no physician there? Why then is there no recovery for the health of the daughter of my people? See, first you got to have the medicine to cure a sin-sick soul, to cure a physical ailment. But you got to have a physician to administer the medicine. So God will never give you a revelation without giving you a man to properly show you how to use that revelation
Put it together.
to bring about a healing.
Yeah.
So yes, Dr. Muhammad is in the house today.
Come on now.
Huh?
Come on.
Dr. Muhammad is in the house.
Yeah.
And if you just read How to Live book 1,
Uh-huh.
you can go heal your people
That's right.
by giving them the knowledge of what God has blessed you to know. You can be a physician, but you got to get behind the physician.
Yes.
Huh?
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Ms. Louis Farrakhan are the physicians administering medicine that's healing black people today.
Yes, sir.
Then it says, the Bible again says, Malachi 4:2, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and he shall go forth and grow as calves of the stall. So a man is coming who's likened to the sun itself. The Quran calls him a light-giving sun.
Yes.
Why? How can you liken a man to the sun? Because Elijah Muhammad said, when it is sunny outside, you should bathe in the sun and then have the energy rays build up in your body to fight against the day of disease. So, if a man is coming who's like the sun, that means we need to feed on that man's words, his teaching, drink them in, so that when that man is no longer among us and the devil attacks us with falsehood, we'll have enough faith in us to fight against the day of disease and prosecution and propaganda. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And the same way, he said, there's some vitamins in the sun you can't get from no place else.
Right. That's right.
That's something you can get from T. John Black Mama you can't get nowhere else.
Right.
Huh? That's something you can get from Farrakhan you can't get from nobody else.
Right.
No preacher nowhere.
Yeah.
Huh? Vitamins and minerals and health you can get from this man, you can't get from nobody else.
That's right.
Shoot, man, I got some preacher friends in Fort Worth, they told me straight up, yeah, man, I get all my lectures from the Final Call. Yeah, I listen to Farrakhan all the time. Huh? Because he's a new standard. Farrakhan can go into a church and preach Jesus, and the people who've been preaching Jesus all their life are in awe because they never met Jesus. He did.
Yes.
And was taught by him. So he knows what he's talking about.
That's right.
Okay, y'all mad at me. Y'all ready to go. Y'all ready to go. Y'all ready to go eat some Lay's potato chips. Next it says, Al Imran and make him, we're still talking about a man,
Okay.
make him a messenger to the children of Israel. See, that's us. See, America is Israel, and we like her children. I have come to you. Now it says saying. Now the word say appears over 300 times in the Quran because Allah is telling the prophet what to say, you know. But in this case, it's talking about Jesus, and he's going to say, because this is future tense, and make him a messenger to the children of Israel, saying, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord that I determined for you out of dust, the form of a bird. Then I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird with Allah's permission. And I heal the blind and the lepers, and bring the dead to life with Allah's permission. And I inform you of what you should eat, and what you should store in your houses. Surely there is a sign in this for you if you are believers.
Sir.
Beloved, people say that Elijah Muhammad was a student of Marcus Garvey, and some say
We are fighting